what's up, my britches? If you're new here, hello, my name is Brittany. In today's video, we're doing my blush collection and declutter, maybe. I'm anticipating not the best results with this one because I fucking love blushes. So, yeah. This is going to be primarily a blush collection because I don't like to get rid of blushes. I love them. They last forever. If I get rid of it, you know it's either really bad, really old, or I really don't like it. Okay? So if you came here for a Savage declutter, this is not the place for you. Full stop. All right? I don't want to hear it in the comments. All right? I'm basically going to show you all of my goodies, and that's it. How about that? If you guys like blushes like I do, if you like collection videos, if you like declutters, you know, because I probably will get rid of some, you should give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. We're doing these every Sunday. I swear, I see all your bridges in the live chat coming at me about the fly. I swear if that fly shows up in today's video, it's going to be a problem. So, again, like, subscribe. We're doing these every single Sunday. Next video will be my highlighters. I've done so much other shit. Check out my previous videos if you want to see more of my collection / declutters. But these are happening on Sundays. We're back, baby. Let's dive in. These are basically all the single blushes that I have. Like, I don't have other blushes from these brands, if that makes sense. You'll understand as I get into it. So I'm starting with like the singles and then from brand specific. Makes sense? I'll try to leave timestamps. No guarantees. All right, you guys don't care. Starting off, let's start with Benefit. The Benefit California. This one, this is so pretty. It's a coral blush. It had a beautiful golden overspray when I initially got it. I never reach for these anymore though, right? Like, I feel like I was one of those people that wanted to collect these initially. And then as I collected them, I'm like, I'm kind of over this. Oh, Kate says she needs a cream blush. We already did cream blushes. You should watch that video after. But California, this one I feel it doesn't really show up that well on my skin tone. Like, it looks like it would be so pigmented. It's very sheer though for me. So this one, I actually might declutter this one. I'm not really a fan of this packaging anymore either. Yeah, I think I'm going to declutter that one. That you might possibly see come back in my collection, but as of right now, it's going to declutter. Next one, L'Oreal, the Paradise, what the hell is this called? The Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush in the shade Enchanting. This is one of the very few that I actually have from the drugstore, and that's why I keep keeping it, but I don't ever fucking use it. I literally never, ever, ever use this blush. You know why? Because I have other blushes that are way better formula than this one. So I initially was keeping this just so I had basically a drugstore option in my collection. But that's not saving it this time. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this one. I never use it. I don't like the packaging. I'm just much more favorable towards luxury shit. Okay, so with that being said... One of my favorite blushes, and I would think one of my most used at this point, the Chanel, oh my god, this should be a freaking permanent item. The Fleurs de Printemps Duo Blush and Highlight Duo. Can we just talk about how perfect this is? Anyone? Anyone. I hope that they do more of these because it's so incredibly beautiful. Christy said, I think Orgasm X can replace California. Totally agree. And I have that, so you just further solidified. I'm going to declutter California. There's no way in hell I'm decluttering this one because Chanel is not going anywhere in my collection. Finney's sis said, I don't do drugstore no more. LOLs. Facts, baby. Facts. See, like, comparing it to stuff like this, get the hell out of here. Chanel ain't going nowhere. And then this one's brand spanking new. I'm like, ooh, I'm excited. I get to show this one today. This is the new Alien Cosmetics, the Danny Blush. No, this is the highlighter. Shit. Hold on. Let me get it out. Because I put them in the wrong drawers. Hold on. I got to get it and show you guys because it's so pretty. Oh my God. How did I do that? Hold on. False alarm, guys. It's Gigi that's the blush. I literally even check these before I put them away. What's wrong with me? So this one obviously is not going nowhere. But this Gigi blush, look at that. Look at that blush shade. I love, obsessed, cannot wait to put this on my face because I love blushes. Like, oh, the pigmentation, oh! Do you guys want me to swatch in this video? It's probably going to take me a lot longer if I do swatch, but why not, right? Who doesn't love swatches? I'll swatch the ones that are worthy of a swatch. How about that? You know what? With that being said, let's do the Chanello, because this one's definitely worthy of a swatch, even though you can't get it anymore. Such a beautiful blush, though. Oh my god, I love the Chanel one. That would be top 5. I think. It's so good. But you can't get it. Such a missed opportunity for Chanel to have that permanent. I can't believe I did that. But I'll be using this. Actually, I might use that tomorrow. Maybe. In new makeup releases. We'll see. Next one. Let's do some... Y'all know I love Disney. Let's do my Disney blushes. So... I'm still deciding on this one. This was the Sephora collection collaboration with Disney. This was the Minis, the Inner Glow Luminizing Blush. I never used this because of that. I wanted this to always be there. And I'm over here like, okay, I love Disney. But it's like Beauty and the Beast has my heart. So I'm like, I still have this collection because it was super cute. But... I'm probably going to keep it because this I actually store on my my LAC shelves where all of my Disney stuff is. I'm going to hang on to it for now. I could see myself decluttering that one, but it's like this stuff though, there's no way in hell. Like ColourPop, ColourPop did these like Disney princess collections. I will literally never use that blush just because that's not my vibe, right? But because this packaging is Belle and it's my favorite, there's no way I'm getting rid of it. So that one's going to stay with me. And then I'll just get this one out of the way too. This was from Lorac. This was the Beauty and the Beast collection. 3 blushes and a highlighter. Never used this. I think I used it when I first got it, which I kind of regret now. But this just sits on my LAC shelves as well because it's a collector's item for me because I love Beauty and the Beast. I'm obsessed. You guys get it. Next one we have Lamar Cosmetics. This is a brand, like, I don't show enough love to for one, but I also feel that they're pretty underrated as well. I think every single product that I've gotten from Lamar Cosmetics has actually been, like, a banger, right? So this is the Colorette Blush Trio in the shade Medium Tan. I know that this is older. I got this in BoxyCharm as well. Vinny's, just wait. That's basically like the only ones that I'm gonna probably get rid of. This one though, I'm like, I want to keep this because I want to get more from this brand and I want to have this if I do like a dedicated video or something. So I'm gonna keep Lamar Cosmetics. And don't get it twisted, Vinny's. I've only decluttered 2 so far. Okay, stop looking at me with your judgy eyes. I haven't said that in a minute. Next one we have Bobbi Brown. This is the, what the hell is this even called? This is technically a highlighter, but this I put in my blush drawer because I think this is going to be too dark as a blush, like, or not as a blush. I think this is going to be too dark as a highlighter. I don't know, like, I could see that I've, like, used this, but I don't remember when I did. But looking at that swatch, I'm like, I feel like that does need to go in the highlighter drawer. When the hell did I get that? That had to have been a gift or something, because I don't remember getting this. But I'm going to put this in my highlighter drawer, so you'll probably see this in my highlighter video. Oh my god. What a mess I am, guys, as always. And then we have the House of Siage and Mickey and Minnie collection. Let me tell you something about this. I think this is fantastic, but when you see this in the pan, like the blush specifically, I do not understand how it looks so different on my face. It's so much deeper. Like, I don't know. It's like, it looks so light when you swatch it, but every single time that I apply this on my face, I'm like, wow, it looks so much prettier. I'm not the biggest fan of the highlighter because it's a little bit more of like a powdery texture. Whenever I have like face palettes or something like a duo, I usually do store them with my blushes just because I apply the blush before the highlight, if that makes sense. So this one, I still am such a fan of this because I think it looks even prettier. And then this packaging is fire. Love it. So that one is not going nowhere. And then the most expensive blush that I own, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because this is more expensive than Hermes, which is kind of surprising. These are the new Tom Ford The Shade and Illuminate blush in the shade Explicit Flush. Let me tell you something, Thomas. Why is my sticker crooked when this bitch is $90? Just wondering. But the blush is beautiful. I do kind of wish that I got a different shade, though. I wish I got that cherry. It's like something cherry or cherry something. I don't even know. Josephine, you know what's good. This is a beautiful blush, but I'm like, is it worth $90, though? Like, even for a treat yourself moment, I don't think I would go for these. I think I would go for Hermes because I think they look even prettier. They're still, like, a really pretty formula, but it's like, you guys always hear me bitch about stickers. Like, the fact that this sticker is crooked pisses me off. So, I'm like, okay, the packaging's cute. You get, like, a 3-in-1 sort of a blush moment. But then again, like, is it worth $90? I mean, you're paying for the name, primarily, but, like, I would probably get one if, like, a shade was super unique, but that's not a collection that I'm gonna get, like, everything. Does that make sense? But, yeah, like, it's pretty, it looks really nice on the skin, but there's other ones that are just as good, that are just as, like, bougie. I don't know. I'd pick other ones. Now we have Natasha Denona, the Bloom Blush and Glow Palette. I'm decluttering this. I have come to the realization that Natasha Denona formulas look like hot trash on my skin. It's just something about the formula. There's something about just the way that it looks on my face. And it's just a nah for me, dog. And, you know, this shade, not impressive, in my opinion. I really don't like her, like, cream to powder formula either. I will not purchase Natasha Denona face products. I can't do it anymore. So that is number 3 for the ones that we're decluttering, and that's literally probably going to be it. But you never know. I might surprise myself later on, but we'll keep going, okay? Lunar Beauty, the Moon Prism blush. This is fantastic. Great formula, great just variety of different colors. I really like this one. This shade Gravity for fall, that's going to be swatch worthy. Oh! I love that it's like slightly bronzy. Oh, yeah. See, this, I love blushes like this. I have a very specific, like, niche? Is that how you say it? When it comes to blushes. If it has, like, a burnt undertone to it, I love it. So this one, I'm keeping it. I would love to see him do blush singles. I can't wait to see what else he has coming out, though, because I think he kills it. Good job, Manny. I really love that palette. And then my next one, Mr. Wayne Goss. Guys, did you see his new eyeshadow palette? Have you guys watched his video yet? I haven't had a chance, but I saw pictures and I'm like, bitch. His new palette looks so beautiful. So the packaging is the exact same from, like, the blushes, the eyeshadows, like, literally everything. Bronzer, same thing. Packaging's all the same, which I don't really love. And this packaging, it actually is pretty difficult to open. Oh my god. Why do I have an eyeshadow? See, guys, Hot Mess Express. See, this is what happens when your packaging looks the fucking same. I must have had this. I could take that out. I must have had this in the blush box. Hold on. Let me try to find it. See, that's exactly why I don't like when it's all the fucking same. Because it's hard to distinguish which one's which. Watch. Hold on. Please hold. I'm taking it out. And literally, the only difference between them is the fact that it's got a sticker, but the packaging looks literally identical. No, I just assumed that it was the wrong product. That was my fault. But still, I do prefer when, like, at least, like, packaging looks different or the boxes look different. I'll get over it clearly because I keep buying the shit. But this blush duo, I think This is going to be so beautiful. I haven't tried it yet, though. Josephine, question. Do you think Manny looks today is from his new palette? I'm assuming it probably is, but I haven't seen it. But I would assume so. Like, that's what everybody does. Like, all the brand owners. I want to swatch this, though, because I'm honestly not the biggest fan of Wayne's, like, the bronzer duos. It looks really ashy on my skin tone. Oh, that's going to be so... Oh, bitch. Like, the blush texture, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, it's a little bit more, like, powdery. Oh, but it's got, like, a really beautiful sheen to it. But that highlighter is going to be so gorgeous. Holy shitballs. I'm really excited. So, I still have yet to use this. Maybe I'll use this tomorrow. Oh, that highlighter. I'm so excited about that. So, Wayne Goss, you ain't going nowhere because I still haven't even touched you yet. What the fuck? Why am I like this? I buy all this stuff and I don't even use it. All right, let's move on. Let's do some Chantecaille. So I think 2 of these I purchased and 2 of them were sent to me, I think. But I could be wrong. So I have 2 of these. The cheek shade, I have Joy and also Smitten. So I think this one here is Smitten with the elephant. And then Joy has the horse, I believe. I think it's such a missed opportunity for these blushes to not have that overspray throughout the whole entire product. Because it's like, okay, these blushes are cute, but for how expensive they are and them not to be necessarily like anything super special in my opinion. I mean, they're nice. The formula is really nice. But if that, because basically when you get these, they have a beautiful overspray that looks like a shade that's similar to what the blush color looks like. If that overspray went in the whole, like, center of this, oh my god, would be beautiful. But I'm still keeping these because I think the formula is really nice. I do wish that this packaging was, like, a little bit more substantial. Like, I wish it was a little bit heavier and felt like a little bit more high quality. But that's just me being nitpicky. But the shades themselves, they're really pretty. The formula is really nice. Is it my all-time favorite formula? Nah. I actually prefer this formula. This is the Flower Power Cheek Shade in the shade. Does this have a specific shade? I don't think it does. I think this is just from the Flower Power collection. This formula is so beautiful on the skin. There's something just a little bit more skin-like in my opinion. But it has like the slightest sheen to it. This is another one. Like, it looks prettier on the face. You see how it has a slight sheen there? Really, really beautiful. But it's not like my favorite shade because I really have to build this up to really see it. I'm pretty sure I featured this in my Chantecaille video when this and the new powder, you know, the pressed powder, when that came out with this. If it has this packaging, I know I did a video on it. So you could see me apply it in that video. But it looks really, really beautiful on the skin. It's just, I wish it was a little bit darker. You know, just a little bit to fit me and my preferences. But then we have the Chantecaille. This is the Radiance Chic Cheek and Highlight Duo in the shade Coral. I think this was my first ever Chantecaille. I'm pretty sure. This was sent to me by a subscriber. And this formula, it is a little bit... It's a little bit more dense, but that blush is totally up my alley. This highlighter is so beautiful, but I have to use a dense brush because it's very like firmly pressed in there, but it looks gorgeous on the skin. Very skin-like. It's not too much, but it still gives you that, you know, like punchy highlight that I feel like everybody likes. But it looks very flattering on texture especially. And this packaging was so beautiful. I love it. So this one is also not going anywhere. And then we have Cover FX. These were recently on sale at Ulta for, I think, half off. So we have the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo. I have Spice Cinnamon and also Sweet Mulberry. So Spice Cinnamon, I picked this one up first because I'm like, this is just my shit. Like, I love blushes that look like this because it's a little bit cooler tone, so it's a little bit different for my collection as well. It's so pretty, but I love the fact that you get like a 3-in-1 moment because you get the matte, you get the basically like highlighter shade, but then you can mix them together. I never reach for like the highlighter version on its own. If anything, I mix them or use it as like a blush topper. But this shade here is so unique for my collection. I actually use this in my... Did I use this in my Alien Cosmetics video? I used this recently. And it's just, it's so different. I love it. And this is where I'm like, if I could justify buying singles, it's for shades that just really speak to me like this. That it's like, oh, I have nothing else in my collection that looks like that. And I'm pretty sure that I don't. I might have something close to it, but I feel like this is like a standalone between like the coolness, because I usually do reach for more, you know, the warm tones, which you know I love. So I'm going to keep both of the Cover FX. But if you got those as like half off or whatever the hell it was at Ulta, that was a win. Oh, I used Spice Cinnamon for the fall. Such a beautiful fall blush, I think. I'm with you, Maytal. I see you, girl. And then let's do some MAC. Y'all remember those? Y'all remember those? Y'all remember what a train wreck these were? Oh my gosh. All right, let's start with the newest ones. So these were from, I forget what the collection was even called. This is the Extra Dimension blush from, or in the shade Look Don't Touch. I don't know what the hell MAC is doing. I'm like, I just remember their stuff being so much better. This is the shade Under My Plum. Under My Plum I could see myself using. This one, I kept it because I actually had all of them. And I'm like, I've already decluttered some, and I think I'm actually going to declutter the lighter one. I think I'm going to keep Under My Plum, though, because that one is really pretty, especially for fall. This is going to have a luminous finish to it. But it's like, I remember MAC being so much better. Like, the quality of the packaging, literally everything. I just remember it being so different. So I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to declutter this one because I'm not going to use it. It's really light. If anything, it's like a borderline highlighter. And the Extra Dimension, I'm just like, it's fine. But nah, you're just taking up room in my collection. I don't need it. And then the MAC Mariah Carey collection. This was like the worst part of the collection. Y'all remember this one? Because, damn. Mariah Carey did the absolute most with the lip glosses, the lipsticks, literally everything with that sparkly silver packaging. This packaging fell very flat for me. But I just love having these because I feel like this was some of their most, like, coveted products ever. Like, this blush shade, too. Oh, yes, bitch. Love it. MAC, bless their hearts. For realsies. It's just, I'll keep these for that purpose, like collector purposes. But that's really it. If this was not the Mariah Carey collection, I would get rid of it. But this is what I mean. Like, man, when they nail products, they fucking nail it. This is from, I think it was called the Nutcracker collection. Guys, let's first talk about this one, because this was the one everybody lost their mind. So this had it was the Nutcracker, the Sweet Copper Face Compact, and Whisper of Guilt, and then Pleasure Model. This could not have been done better, but everybody lost their mind over the Whisper of Guilt. Do you guys remember this? Like, please tell me if you're watching, if you remember. Everybody lost their shit over this highlighter. And then, like, the blush, beautiful. Love it. But I'm very disappointed with the entire beauty community that Tutu did not get the hype that Whisper of Guilt did, because if anything, I thought Tutu was even more beautiful than Whisper of Guilt. I don't think that this is like a permanent shade, but it's like, damn, how did that not get the hype? Honestly, I don't understand, but the blush in here, like, barely works on my skin tone. I feel like you'll only see this if you're, like, fair. So I'm keeping these because I still love them. And I feel like when people see these, they're just like, oh, the good old MAC days. And that's what I think. Okay, you guys remember? You guys remember? It's just like the good old MAC days, right? So I'm going to keep them. But damn, they need to bring shit like this back. Or do something like that. Like, not do the same exact thing, but you guys know what I'm saying. So those ones, they're going to stay with me. And then I recently picked up another couple of these from the 21 Days of Beauty. So the Nabla, these are the skin glazing. I have the Lola blush and then Adults Only. This is the one I just picked up. I just think that these are fantastic for a really good price. They're a beautiful, luminous, Very luminous style of a blush, but they look really beautiful on the skin. Like, they still will accentuate texture. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And I got them half off, so it's even better. But that's one that's going to stand alone in my collection because it's so different. But I love the formula of these. They're fan-fucking-tastic, so I had to pick up another one. I actually got another highlighter that you'll see in my next video, but I love these. I think that Nabla is a pretty good brand, like pretty consistent as well, like good products, good price. I'm here for Nabla. And then another throwback, everybody, that I just cannot seem to get rid of these. These are so old. Like, I got all these during Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I think like 3 or 4 years ago. And I cannot bring myself to declutter them. I just can't because the packaging is so cute. And when I have all my organizers, I'll finally be able to look at them like this. Like, what in the Polly Pocket? But it's everything. And I love it. Ugh, I wish, like, this is like one. It's like, I wish they would bring them back because they were so cute. But then again, it's like, I feel like everybody probably got them. So I'm not going to, like, open all these or anything because what you're seeing right here is exactly what the shades look like. This is, like, what I love to see when I was talking about the Wayne Goss. Like, I love that you don't have to open them to see that they're different. You don't have to read anything to see that they're different. This is just the shit that I love. Yes, these are old AF, but I can't get rid of them. I've tried so many times, like, even off camera, and I'm just like, I can't do it. I just love the packaging too damn much. It's so cute. And then, a newer favorite, like, you'll probably see these in September favorites. These, I almost said Hourglass. These are the M Cosmetics, the Heaven's Glow Blush in Venetian Rose and Faded Clementine. Man, are these gorgeous on the face. Holy shit. Especially Faded Clementine. Oh my god. What in the Polly Pocket? Vinny's. So let me swatch these for you. I think this packaging is everything too. Like, I really love the packaging. I love the fact that they did, again, the shade of the blush, because these were black packaging before. I just love that they made that little change. These look so stunning on the face. And then when you, like, do combinations with the M Cosmetics, like, creams or liquid versions, it takes it to another level. But damn, these have definitely become favorites in my collection. I think these are so good. Great packaging. Like, these are huge. But it's so nice. I love them, so I'm not getting rid of them either. And then, you know what? I'm actually going to declutter in Melt Cosmetics as well. I'm going to do it because I want to say I said in my last video, like, first of all, these are the radioactive blush lights. These look so sickening, right? Like, look how cool these look. These look so bad on my skin. Like, I'm like, why were these called blushes? I don't understand. But I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll use them as eyeshadows. Do you think I ever did? Nah. And they're just, it's just how I feel about the melt, like the, what do you call it? The metallic eyeshadows. They just look like crumbly and yucky. That's exactly what these do. I'm going to declutter both of these. I'm so disappointed because I'm like, I was so excited for these. I got them on sale, but I'm still like, oh, I was so hyped for them. And then I'm having a hard time because, like, I'm going to try this again in the fall time. This is the Melt Cosmetics, what the hell is this called? The Digital Dust Blush Duo in the shade Raw Honey. I genuinely feel like it's the shade that makes me really not like this because the formula itself looks so pretty. But that's where I'm like, maybe in this, like, fall, winter time, I'll like this more because it's more cool toned. It's just every single time that I've worn this, I'm like, oh my god, I don't like it on my face. But when I swatch it, I'm like, I'm obsessed with it. So I'm having a difficult time with this one. I'm going to keep it because this packaging is so beautiful. But I kind of want to get another shade to see if it's the shade that I don't like. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like it's the shade that I'm not like the biggest fan of, but I'm still going to keep it because I want to try it in the fall. Or try it again in the fall. I don't know. I foresee that being decluttered in the future, but we're going to keep it for now because I love the packaging. Listen, Kate, I don't appreciate that. I just got the Dior blush. The pink and the coral single ones. Well, must be fucking nice to be able to order from Dior, Kate, okay? I still can't order from Dior, and I'm so sad about it. All right, Ofra Cosmetics. 2 of these, or actually, no, I think all of these were sent to me. Let's see, I have the Blush Bronzer Duo in the shade Unit. I have the Blush Duo in the shade Chicklet. This was from the Samantha March collaboration. And then I have the Blush Bronzer Duo in the shade Squad. I kept all these because I wanted to try more than just the Chicklet blush, but let me tell you what, the Chicklet blush was one of my most used. I love this blush. Between her blush and her bronzer, I love it so much. So I'm going to keep that one. I'm probably going to keep both of these too because I still haven't yet to touch them, but I'm like, oh my god, look at this one here. Oh, it looks so pretty. This one I'm just like, okay, she cute, she fine. But did you see this one though? Oh, maybe I should. She said get a VPN and try to order from Dior then. Maybe I should try Express VPN. Isn't that like what all the YouTubers use for their sponsorships? Maybe. I don't know. Ofra, I'm going to keep these for now because I have yet to try them, but we'll see if they last in my collection. And then, oh my god, these are so old. Urban Decay, the Afterglow blushes. I have Fetish and Rapture left. I think I had 4 or 6 of these initially, and I kept these ones because they were the most unique. But I literally have not touched these. This is one that I thought of. I'm like, maybe it kind of looks like the Sweet Mulberry. Let's do a comparison real quick because I'm curious actually myself because I used to love this formula, but here, let's do a swatch comparison. Yeah, because I had like, I'm pretty sure like 4 or 6. So Sweet Mulberry is actually deeper than the Urban Decay. I think I'm finally just going to get rid of these because I decluttered the other ones. I have yet to use these, even though they look like they're perfect blushes for fall. But damn, they're so old. I'm going to get rid of them. They're so old. They need to go. Sweet Mulberry, you can go back. Now, let's do, I was going to do Nars, but I'm going to do Laura Geller first. Because Laura Geller, this was another one. I said, if I don't use these, I'm going to declutter them. I don't know why. I never reach for these because I should love that, right? I should love the way that this looks. I should love to reach for this, but I think it's because it's so bronzy and it's almost like too glittery for my liking is why I don't. Oh, but these were so beautiful. Like, I love the aesthetic of these, but I think they just look tragic on my skin. That's probably why I don't use them. So I had Tropic Hues and then Sun Swept. I remember Katie from Luster Lux. She was the one that was always talking about these. I'm going to declutter them, though. I'm going to declutter because I don't ever use them, and I said it in my last one. If I don't use them, I'm not going to do it. Brenda said, how about the new Chanel blush tints? I don't know, man. Like, are you talking about they look like basically water, like water tints? Those, I'm like, I can't. No, I need pigmentation when it comes to my blushes. I do. Let's see. Oh, I thought somebody said something else. My bad. I would actually declare I'm so proud of our Brit, right? You should be proud. All right, and I think this is probably my most... My biggest collection is Nars, just because I have the face palette. So I have like quite a selection of Nars blushes. So, in my opinion, this is the way to go when it comes to Nars. There we go. Good job, Brittany. Get it in the camera. I always would recommend get the palettes because it's a better value because their blushes are so spency. So this one here is the Nars, the Basic Instinct #2 Cheek Quad. This has Torrid, Exhibit A, Savage, and Taj Mahal all in this palette. And those are, I'm pretty sure those are all like permanent blushes. This palette is fire. I think it's a little bit more expensive. It's probably like $48 or something like that. But I think a single is like $30. You get 4 shades. Gorgeous. So these two I think are more of like luminous blushes. The other two are the mattes. Actually, no. This one looks like it's got a little bit of shimmer in there too. The only, I think, true matte we have in here is probably Exhibit A, which is the reason that I got this. I like this so much that I want to get the other one. And I know that I don't need it because I probably have all the other shades in my collection already. So we're not getting rid of that one because it's still pretty new. And then the Orgasm X Face Palette. Such an underrated palette. Like, I feel like this kind of got hype, but not the hype that it deserves. I still think that this is one of the best, like, face palettes of 2020 or 2019? Whatever year this came out, this was one of the best products. They're so, so good. Brittany said, I think you would like the Melt Buzzkill blush. I keep debating. I'm like, do I want to get another one? We'll see. This one, though, Orgasm X is one of the best blushes I think I own. But an unexpected, glorious product in this palette is this freaking highlighter. It's so stunning. Love it. So this one, totally recommend. I'm pretty sure it's still available. And then this is the Orgasm on the Beach, I think it's called. Like, everything looks so similar, but this is where I'm like, you're getting the value out of doing the face palettes, in my opinion. My favorite blush in here, though, is this one right in the corner. I used the shit out of this one as soon as I got it. And then I use this highlighter quite a bit, too. Like, whenever I reach for this palette, those are the two shades. Or I'll mix all the blushes together. But this one's very heavy on, like, the luminous side of things, which I'm more preferable to. I do like luminous blushes more than matte. But I know not everybody's like me, so definitely keeping that one. And then this is the Uninhibited cheek palette. I think this is my least favorite that I own, but the packaging is soups cute. I love the packaging. So this was the Uninhibited collection. I mean, I did a dedicated video to this. I'm pretty sure, because I said this was like blush highlight. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a blush. No, maybe I did like a double I don't know. Is this considered like a blush highlight or a blush duo? I don't fucking know. I can't remember exactly how I explained it, but you could use it as like blush topper. I think if you have slightly deeper skin tone than I do, you could probably use this as just a highlighter, but I look at these as like blushes, you know? This was, again, like I said, my least favorite, but I'm still keeping it because I love Nars cheek products. And then we have Goulet Single. I got this free for like a Sephora gift or something. It's super old, but I'm still keeping it because it's Nars and I love their cheek products. And then this is my new baby. I was so excited for this frickin' packaging. I love it. So this is their new holiday cheek palette. And oh my god, it's so pretty. I have yet to use this, but it does kind of give me similar vibes to like the Orgasm on the Beach, kind of, like as far as shade selection a little bit, except you have more blushes than, I feel like the other one you have like 3 highlighters, 3 blushes. Oh, I love this. I love this whole aesthetic. Like, what's with the ribbon this year? Between Nars and Dior, I'm ribboned out, but I'm here for it. I think this packaging is so cute. Oh, love it. I love Nars. So I'm keeping all of them because I can. How do you like that? And then Scott Barnes, baby. Oh, he done pissed off some people today with his site-wide sale. So if you guys didn't see, Scott Barnes is having site-wide, kind of, 30% off, which he has 30% off pretty often. I got so many DMs about this fucking cheek palette because this is my number one pick from Scott Barnes. I think this is such a phenomenal cheek product. You get 6 blushes, 2 highlighters. And his formula is spectacular. It's so, so good. So I highly recommend. Like, this is one I would pay full price for. That's how good it is. So then he came out with his blush singles, which these actually do apply to the 30% off, which is like, okay, so why, I don't know, this must be like his top seller. That's probably why it's not on sale. But let me tell you what, these singles are also fire, especially Samba Sass. This is going to be more of like a luminous type of finish, like I usually do prefer. It feels a little bit gritty, like to the touch, but there's just something about his formulas, man. It just translates so nicely on the face. I don't know. It's like every single time I use his products, that's exactly how I feel. It's like once you put it on your face, you're just like, oh shit, it looks so different. And then this yellow shade, I'm like, I'll probably never use this, but to have a yellow blush for the purpose of like toning down a blush that's too pigmented, that's mainly where I reach for that. Like, I'm not just going to use yellow on my face. That's just not a vibe. Like, I love yellow. Yellow's my favorite color, fun fact. But yellow blush, not for me. I've tried it by itself, and I'm just like, nah, I'll stick to, like, my orangey tones. But these are still fantastic. It has, like, that, I mean, it's just, like, plastic packaging. But these are really nice. But Samba Sass is my favorite. And then if you were wondering about, there's 2 shades that are in this palette. So Mango Fizz and Minimalist. So these top 2 right here, these are also available as singles. Mango Fizz is one of my favorites in my collection. That's where I'm like, if I didn't have this palette, I would have 100% bought Mango Fizz by itself because it's just beautiful. It looks so nice on the skin. So I'm keeping all of my Scott Barnes because I love them. I know, guys, this is so helpful, I'm sure, but it is what it is. And then I think if I had to pick a favorite formula in my collection right now, I would go with Vive. I say this literally every single time I mention this brand. They're so underrated. It's like sickening how underrated they are because their formulas are just fucking fabulous. So I have 3 shades. I think I have Sorbet, Cherub, and Piazza. I think Pesca's the next one that I want. I was wearing this one in my top 10 fall palettes video. This was the one I was wearing here. I cannot tell you how much I've used Cherub. It's ridiculous. Like, one of my most used blushes for 2021 without a doubt. I think Sorbet I haven't used as much because I got this kind of later. Piazza, though, I have to be careful with this one. Like, I think this will come in clutch for, like, fall, winter. When you swatch these, they look like nothing spectacular. It's the way that these look on your face. It's so skin-like, but it gives the most natural, like, most beautiful, radiant effect to your skin. It's like they don't look like anything special. Like, even the packaging, you're just like, okay, it don't look like anything nuts, right? But put it on your face and you're gonna change that opinion real fucking quick because they're beautiful. So I highly recommend, if I had to pick a favorite formula currently, it's gonna be either that, Nars. I'll just bring the whole basket over. Hermes, Hourglass, Dior, or more Hourglass. Like, I like these formulas so damn much. So let's start with Hermes. These were the most expensive in my collection for a while. And it's because they're $75 a piece. They're so expensive. But I have Rose Faux. I don't know how to pronounce half these. Rose Blush. And also Rose Pomade. So I first did a video on these when I had just these 2. I like the formula so much that I bought another one. And if I had to pick a favorite of all of them, I'm picking the Rose Faux, or Faux, however you pronounce it. This shade is just like what I love. I know you're probably noticing a trend here, but there really is something so special about this formula. So it's like if the shade speaks to you, and I will say too, that Hermes blush brush, it does make a difference when you're applying these blushes. So I recommend that blush brush. I don't even know where the hell it is at this present moment. Actually, no, it's right here. This is the brush I'm talking about. This does genuinely make a difference, at least in my opinion. I think it makes the Hermes blushes look even better. So they're definitely more sheer. If I had to pick a favorite, though, like I said, it's this one, but I'm still keeping all of them because I love them. Love the packaging. Could have been a little bit more luxurious, I think, but I think it was Mo and Venice did a video, and they said how, like, when you actually hold it on the emblem, it feels heavier, and it's kind of bizarre because it does. I don't know. I love these. Again, they're expensive as all hell, but I don't care. I would still buy more of them, and I'm patiently waiting for the highlighters to drop. I know, they should be coming. I'm ready for those. So, oh, Kathleen, faux, like, I think that's fire, like Fire Rose. I mean, probably. You know what palette that would pair perfectly with is Fire Rose. Then we have Hourglass. We have the Ambient Lighting Blushes in Diffused Heat at Night. What other ones do I got? Sublime Flush and Luminous Flush. I cannot stop talking about At Night, but I was doing my last Hourglass video, and for some reason I called it Heat Wave. Don't know what the hell I was talking about. So you got Diffused Heat, At Night, and then Sublime Flush, which I think I got this one when At Night came out, and I think I just got it because I got way too excited because they were launching more shades. And then Luminous Flush. I feel like if you want something that's super natural, like everyday appropriate, I would go for the Luminous Flush because it has like a beautiful, like subtle pink, like tinge to it. When I want something a little bit more vibrant, I go for Diffused Heat. I really don't use Luminous Flush or Sublime Flush. I usually don't really reach for that one that much because it doesn't show up the best on my skin, but it still looks like really pretty, like, is she wearing blush is kind of the effect that it gives. But if I had to pick one, it's At Night. This one is so stinking beautiful. I was like, what am I talking about? Calling it Heat Wave? Like, what? Another one. It looks like nothing special when you swatch it. I said this during my Hourglass video recently because I did a video comparing the next two products that I'm going to talk about. I'm like, I'm not going to waste any of our time swatching Hourglass because they look so different on the face. That's where they really transform. So if you've ever gone in store and just swatched Hourglass blushes, you're not going to understand the hype. But if you guys missed it, I recently did a video on these two new babies. I threw them in here just because I wanted to show them off again. So these are the new Hourglass, the Ambient Infinity, or not Ambient Infinity, the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe Palettes and Universe Unlocked. So this first one is Universe Unlocked. Obviously, I'm not getting rid of these. I literally just got them. So if you guys want a comparison side by side, check out that video. And then this is the Universe palette. These are beautiful. I've actually reached more for this one recently. So if that tells you anything. But I still am really happy to have both. I love this packaging too. I think it's super pretty. So Hourglass, Hourglass is one of my favorite formulas. But if you know me, listen, Tammy, how dare you? The Bacon palettes. How dare you? I don't know why this one's in the blush drawer. It probably should be in the Actually, no. I know why it's in the blush drawer. Because I use that as like a blush topper. If I had to pick a favorite blush in my collection, it would probably be between the Chanel Blush Duo and this shade right here. I lost my shit when I saw this because it's so pretty. It's got the perfect amount of luminosity to it. It kind of honestly reminds me of those Nabla ones. But damn, there's just something so special to me about this. I don't know why. It's just every time I see it, like, if I were to watch this video and see that, I'd be like, oh, that's how much I love this one. But this shade here, it's Coral Vibes from the Luminizer Glow Vibes. I'm pretty sure I did a video on this too, but I can't really remember. It was probably a really long time ago. This one, though, it's a little bit too dark for me to use as a highlighter, so I like to use this as like a blush topper. I forget. There was a newer Dior product that came out, and I was like, oh, it's literally the same thing as this. Like, identical, except, like, the pressing in the pan is different. I can't remember. I'm, like, drawing such a blank right now. I'm failing really hard at this. But there was another product that Dior did that it was, like, literally the exact same thing. So that was a little bit disappointing. But this basket is just, like, my pride and joy. If I could add the Nars and the Vive in here and, like, the Samba Sass from Scott Barnes, that would be, like, all that I would need in my life. Even though that's still very excessive for fucking blushes. Now, let's move on to something that's very, very sad. Listen, you are not lying. Dior does not want me to come in. It's so annoying. Okay. I cannot get rid of the Tarte blush because this was what I wore on my wedding day and I refuse to get rid of it because it's called Blushing Bride. Would I wear this again at my wedding day? No. I would wear something totally different. But I think at the time I was still relatively new, and at the time these were so hyped on YouTube. So it's like when I would buy like everything that was recommended from beauty influencers. So this one I just can't bring myself to get rid of. But, oh my god, I used to love the Becca mineral blushes and their, like, luminous blushes, I think they were called. If I had to pick a favorite of all of these, let me find it. Because I feel like I used to talk about it so much, but since they announced that they're closing, Becca Songbird, this was my favorite blush for years. I think I'm going to get rid of all of these because you're not going to be able to get them anymore anyways. But I cannot get rid of this because it's so, so beautiful. I'm going to need another company to come out with the shade. Because it was just something so different about this. Because it was like, it's like not quite orange, but it's not quite like a bronzer. It's just, it's so unique. I think it's like a burnt orange, but very light. I don't know, man. I love this one, but let me show you the shades that I have in the other one. So I have, I think it's Camellia. This was from the Luminous collection. I've got, oh, are these going to stand up on their own? I have Foxglove. I think some of these were gifted to me as well, but I really can't remember which ones were and which ones weren't. Flower Child, that's one of the mineral blushes. Come on, stand upright. And then we have Wild Honey. That's another, like, really beautiful and unique shade. I really like that one too. And then Snapdragon. This was my favorite of the like luminous blushes. But you're not going to be able to get them anymore. I don't know. Amanda says Smashbox got you. Are they going to do these though? Like, I feel like if they were going to do them, they probably would have said that they were going to do them. But even still, like, they're not going to be the same. So that's where I'm like, I'm good if I like get rid of these ones because I never really use them. Like, it was basically just like a collection thing, but Songbird. If you guys do see that Smashbox does come out with this again, let me know, because I'll get rid of this one and buying it. I would keep them Brit collector items since they are closed. But it's like, I have so many, and I have also, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna declutter those. It's basically, I'm trying to make room in my collection for new shit. But I still have these. And these I can't get rid of because I thought that these were so cute. Like, at the time it was a collab with Jaclyn Hill, which I don't love that about these. But I just love the whole aesthetic of this. I love this packaging. I love how it's the highlighter blush duo. I wish that these stayed around for longer because these were so pretty. And this has, I think, Wild Honey in it. Is it, right? Hold on, let me read. Oh, no, Prosecco. Oh, that's Amaretto. But I feel like that's kind of similar to that Wild Honey. And then, which one was this? Champagne Pop and Hyacinths. Like, bam, holy shit. Hello, Vibrant Pink. And then Champagne Pop and Flower Child. The only thing I wish that they did different was not having, like, Champagne Pop or Prosecco Pop in all of them. But these ones, I'm going to keep these, even though I don't necessarily support the person anymore. I just love the aesthetic of those. And speaking of that... This is another one. I literally cannot get rid of this. I hate that about myself, but let me tell you how many places this has traveled with me with. It's insane because I think this is so well done. I love the shades in here, especially like this blush. Oh my god. I probably have something like Samba Sash. You know what? I'm going to compare those. Because that's the main reason why I keep that palette. I feel like Samba Sass might be, like, identical. Hold the phone. Let's see. It's... Wow, that's really close. They're these two right here. So you got the Becca, Jaclyn Hill, and then Samba Sass right there. Did I just find a dupe? Oh my god. Hold on. Let me do that on my other hand. Because I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were so different. Hold on. Alright, let's try this again. I need more visual. Okay? So, I mean, if you like that shade, what the hell shade was it called? Rosé Spritz from the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette. And this is Scott Barnes Samba Sass. Alright, let's see. Let's see. I mean, they're really close. In person, though, I see more... I think I see more peach with Samba Sass, and it's a little bit darker than Rosé Spritz. But damn. Damn. These are so pretty, though. Oh, my gosh. Wow, that just made me really excited, though, because I'm like, no wonder why I love Samba Sass so much. It's so pretty. So, with all that being said, everybody, let me pull all these together. I actually ended up decluttering more than I thought I was going to because I love blushes. Highlighters is going to be even more difficult. So these are all the blushes that I'm planning on taking out of my collection. Now, when I declutter, I usually give me some time. Sometimes products make their way back in my collection. But these ones, majority of these, actually, I bet you all of these are expired except for the MAC. I know that I've had these for years, literally all these. California since it launched. Paradise Enchanted, I'm sure that's expired because I feel like that launched over a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago. Yeah, these are definitely all expired except for the MAC, so I'm not mad about it. And blushes, they literally last forever, so it's fine, okay? I'm a blush hoarder, and that just is what it is. You guys gotta let me know. Look at my hands are red from dyeing my hair with my viral shampoo today. You guys gotta let me know. Do you want to see a video on my favorite fall blushes? You gotta let me know that. And then, what are we talking about in new makeup releases tomorrow? You guys will have to leave that in the comment section after this video post. So, if you guys did enjoy today's video, I see there's 137 people watching and only 82 thumbs ups. I'm gonna need y'all to come through and thumbs it up, okay? Subscribe if you're new, because we're doing declutters every single Sunday. And next up is actually my highlighters, my powder highlighters. So that'll be fun. Might be another situation like today, though. Collection / maybe declutter. And then tune in tomorrow night for new makeup releases. Jeepers Creepers. Glamlight is ready to take all my damn money. But I will probably be back at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys there. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Okay, bye!